Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ritnika and you have reached Natural Vibration. So this is the twin flame reading for the week, Christmas week, the week. I am back. I know I've been traveling so much for work and it's just been a bit hectic. I am doing a couple of private readings this week till about the 10th of January. So if anybody's interested in booking a private reading with me, now would be a good time. Post that, I'm traveling again, so it will be a bit hard for me to do readings. It is season time, and I do a couple of various music festivals that I organize, and I do workshops for music business, and it's just been taking me everywhere. It's great work. I'm helping people, just in a different way. So, but I'm back. I'm so good to be home. Sometimes I'm just catching up on my readings, but it's so good to be back home. It's just so good to kind of be in your pajamas and work from home and chill with my dog, and it's just been good. So let's just just want to let you guys know these are general readings and will not resonate with everyone. And if you are interested, you can try to book a healing session with me. I do EFT, I do life coaching, I do shamanic healing. And you can follow me on social media. There's a lot happening in India right now. We are protesting against our rights, and I don't want to make this a political message from any angle, but there's a lot happening, and I'm quite vocal about my opinion about it. So if you are interested in knowing what's going on, you can follow me on Instagram as Ritnika Nan. So yeah, let's get started. So update, I told you guys I reached out to my twin, right? 2 weeks ago or about 10 days ago. No reply. I poured my heart out. No reply. And I don't know, I guess I'm feeling one of those, where you feel like it took so much out of me to do that, and now I feel a little low. I know we can't expect things, and I know I had to do it. I just knew I had to do it. But, I'm human and I feel a little low. So that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm trying to get over that. I'm not trying to think about it. I'm trying to focus on me and my work and everything. And that's about it. So which is why I'm here doing a reading for you guys. I know I keep saying this, but I do want to start doing more readings, not just twin flames, but general love readings. And because the more I just focus on twin flame readings, the more it reminds me of the fact that I am not in union with my twin. And as you can understand, it is very hard to do that. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to do these general ones. I just want to also add other kinds of readings, because I think that we as a collective need to focus on other areas of our lives as well. Anyway, my rant's over. So I've already shuffled the cards this week and I pulled them out. And let's go divine masculines. We got the divine masculine, divine feminine. We've got union. The divine masculine could apply to a man or a woman, or in same-sex relationships, either or. It doesn't matter. It's just the energy. Okay. So the overall energy card, we've got number 5, which is all about change. And it says, out trick-or-treating, we are here. Okay. So what does this card tell me? I'm just trying to pick up the energies from it. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of things. Of course, these are generals, so take what resonates. I think for the divine masculine, for some of them, it's like, when you trick or treat, you have like people show up randomly at your door. And I feel like some of the divine masculines feel that way, that, oh my God, either you as a divine feminine have randomly popped up in their lives again, or that they feel like they should just sort of be like, hello, we're here, they just want to kind of pop back into your life. You know what I mean? But I'm also getting that with the trick or treat card, we're surrounded by ghosts, we're surrounded by the past. And what this is telling me is that they are thinking about the divine feminine. I feel like past memories, past situations, all of that is sort of haunting them right now. I feel the past is rushing back in. Emotions, feelings, thought processes, issues, all all of that is coming back. Maybe they were hiding the kind of feelings they had for you, and then suddenly is rushing back. For me, 5 is a change card, and that tells me that whatever wasn't there before is coming back around. Now, along with that, we've got the mountain over here. Now, the mountain, first off can seem like an obstacle, right? There's something in the way, there's something in the path that has come up that has sort of blocked our way. But, if you see this, the other meaning to this could be that the journey is very long and hard. You have to climb up this mountain. So maybe they're thinking about the divine feminine and the past and how difficult it was in the past, or how certain things block their way. But to me, the mountain also signifies being strong. Being a mountain is strong in, during the storms and during, other circumstances. The mountain is solid. So there are two ways of looking at this. I feel like they're feeling a combination of emotions. I'm getting like the divine masculine is like, okay, this is back. And last time it was hard, and last time it was tough, and it took a long way to recover from all of this. But the fact that it's still there, it's still solid, that obviously means something, right? If the feelings are still there, the emotions are still there, it definitely means something. So that's what the divine masculine's overall energy. The divine feminine's overall energy is a Nautilus princess. Powerful personal growth. So the divine feminine this week, because Christmas week, is going through changes, is going through personal development, is coming to the realization on what this connection is all about. The thing is, we know and then we forget. And then we know, and then we forget. Have you noticed that? Like we are like, yeah, this is meant to be. The physical doesn't matter. And then like you don't get a response from your ex, and you're like, God damn it, I'm all alone, and nobody loves me, and I'm gonna die alone. You know what I mean? I'm human, I feel that way. And then you have to remind yourself again that look, there is something deeper happening. And a lot of you have gotten personal readings, and my theory and what I try to tell myself is my readings are accurate, right? I do personal readings. So these are general. So I don't base it on this, but because it could resonate to 1 of you, 5 of you, 20 of you, it doesn't matter. But when I do readings for personal clients, and they get back to me with their review, their responses, and it comes out to be accurate, then I have to say, if this is accurate for other people, that when I have a personal reading for myself, either if I do it or somebody else does it, then it has to be accurate for me as well, right? So at the end of the day, we cannot base things on the 3D world. We've got to realize that we are powerful creators, and we can manifest what it is that you want. And I feel like some of the divine feminine, especially during the holiday times, we feel low, we feel, unloved, and that kind of really triggers us. You want to spend the holidays with somebody you love. And when you can't do it, you feel very low. And what this is telling me is that there's going to be a revival, because guess what? We've also got the star card with it. And this is telling me that the divine feminine at this time are going to go back to that feeling of hello, there is something more happening. They're going to have this massive personal growth, and it's going to sort of be a revival of their true divine feminine self. It's going to come out again, and they're not going to feel so low anymore. They're going to realize that, look, I am a powerful co-creator, and I can get what I want, and the 3D world is just an illusion. So now look at the divine spiritual plane. We've got passion. We've got it is safe for you to love. And we've got chemistry. There's a strong connection here. So then the divine masculine spiritual space, what they're coming to realize is that the past is not gone. Then that's going back to the earlier card. The past, is still there, and there is this deep strong connection with the divine feminine that they just cannot deny. And that is going back with, the ghost card, where you're being haunted, you're haunted by the memories. Sorry, I'm shaking the thing. Everything that happened in the past, that still exists. But because if we take the meaning of this card as being strong, that it is still solid, that despite the fact that we have been apart, that it is still solid. They're coming to realize that maybe it is time for them to open up their heart space. They don't need to be afraid anymore. They don't, when it's like Casper. The movie Casper, ghosts are just people with unfinished business. So when you realize that, you're no longer afraid of them, right? And it's the same thing. They're saying, I don't need to hide my feelings anymore. I don't need to hide from what I'm feeling, what the past is, what's really going on. Maybe I don't need to be afraid anymore, because it is safe for me to open up my heart. It is safe for me to love this person, because clearly, despite the obstacle, this is a solid correction, right? Test of time. Now, for the divine feminine, we've got unrequited love and religious factors. Now, what this is telling me is that, again, going back to the star card and the personal transformation card, this is telling me like the divine feminine were basically in the lack mentality. They kept thinking, oh my God, this is not going to work out. I get it, because I'm kind of here right now, honestly. Like, oh my God, this is a waste of time. They're never going to love me back. This is like I wasted all this time, and the whole feeling of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy to get love. But guess what? This is going to change. This is going to change. So if you're feeling this way, you've got to come to the realization that there are deeper spiritual, religious factors, not religious, but spiritual factors in play. The energies are at play. Look, I have dated people, you have dated people. There is a reason why we can't get over our twin. We've all gotten over our past relationships. But if we can't, and if we feel so strongly and we feel like we still connect to them and that we can understand their feelings and all that crap, then obviously there is something going on that is deeper. There's something going on that we just can't explain. And we have to go with that. We cannot be in that lack mentality. All right? We are co-creators. And if you think something is not going to work out, it will not work out. All right? Now, the heart space, the divine masculine has got release your ex. Now, this could mean two different things. One is that they are now working towards ending a relationship that they're currently in. They're maybe a soul, maybe a karmic, maybe whoever. Or they're right now releasing the negative emotions associated with this connection from the past. So if you guys have interacted in the past, there is crap that's been holding them back, and they're working on releasing that. And if they are with somebody, there are some people who could be now ending relationships that don't serve them, because even if that person is amazing, but you are in love with somebody else, that's not fair to them. And that's pretty much what the divine masculine is at. The divine feminine has got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this is telling me like the divine feminine again are coming to that realization that, look, this is real. I cannot let my ego mind trick me into thinking that I'm making a fool of myself. I cannot let the fact that I don't have my partner in my life right now determine that I'm never going to have the love of my life in my life. Love of my life in my life. You know what I mean? These feelings are real. And this is what the divine feminine is realizing this week, that I cannot let the lack mentality come into play. And I get it. It's like, hey, if I knew I wasn't going to get a reply, would I have still written that email to my ex? Yeah. Because I want them to know, right? This is where the growth comes in. This is the personal growth where why are you doing it? Do you love somebody because you want them in your life, or do you love them because you just love them? You can love somebody and not have them in your life. And that's a big lesson. It would be amazing to be in union. It would be amazing to hear from my twin, but that doesn't mean I don't want them to know that they are cared for and they're amazing and they're loved, even if they're never going to be with me. Because that's not why I love. Does that make sense? Now, when it comes to the physical, the divine masculines God keep an open mind. So now it's good because now in the physical, now this is coming in the 3D, which means in the physical world, they're keeping an open mind. It's one thing to think, okay, maybe one day we can have something. That, okay, in my heart space, yes, I love them. Maybe I should be open about it. Now in the physical, they're being open about it. That means they might be open to physically making a move. Physically, open to like accepting something from the divine feminine. Now, I'm not telling all of you to reach out, do what you feel is best, but I'm just saying for some divine masculines, they are now opening up their physical space. They are now realizing that it's okay for me to be with somebody who is from a different culture, different religion, different country, different whatever. Somebody who I never thought I would actually end up with. Maybe they're actually taking steps in the physical to talk to people about it. Sorry, I just needed some water. My throat's. I've got such a bad cold. It's like maybe they're just now discussing this with people, discussing it with friends, discussing it with family, people who know you guys together. Like, look, what if I move out and leave this ex and this current partner, and what if I move country, then what if I go to this one, and what if I do that? Like in the physical, they're open. And that's big. That's really big. The divine feminine in her physical is God getting to know each other. So she really wants to get to know. In the physical, the divine feminine is really open to the divine masculine coming into her life. Is really open to messages from the divine masculine. She's open to getting to know them and spend time with them and, reveal, and tell them the truth. Tell them how they feel. Tell them, do this, just bond and let this energy, let this connection grow. And that's where the divine feminine is at. Now, I picked these 3 cards as advice for both divine masculine and feminine. And I'm going to go into that first. We've got this card which says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but the soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So the first thing they're telling you is that these memories that you hold are very dear. And you don't need to kind of push them aside. The only thing you ever have is your memories and the experiences you shared with someone. I feel like for the divine masculine, they're looking back on the good times with the divine feminine. And if they're not, this is advising them to do that. For the divine feminine, is telling you that eventually we all die. Eventually, you cannot own the house, the money, the people. It's the experiences that we have and the memories that we have, and that is all that we take with it. So the fact that right now you're now with your twin doesn't mean you can't cherish the happy memories you had together. Acknowledge them, cherish them, and love those memories. Then we've got this card. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So first and foremost, divine masculines need to start focusing on forgiveness and letting the past go. The divine feminine need to forgive the masculine and to forgive themselves for anything that they blame they have done. Because guess what? You create your own world. So if you feel that things did not work out in the past, that things cannot work out now because of this, because of that, screw that shit. Nothing is written in stones. Anything is possible, right? And the last card, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. I feel divine masculine, this one's big for you. You know in your heart who you want. You know in your heart what you need to do. Don't let past mistakes, don't let fear of people, don't let shit from the past hold you back. And Divine Feminine, if you are feeling unloved and you feel like this connection is not going to work out, you know in your heart what is real. You know in your heart. Trust your heart. Right? Now let's look at the union energy for this week. And we've got really good cards, by the way. We've got the Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. Count your blessings. Card number 1. New beginnings. Start of something new. In order for you to start something new, you must be grateful for what you already have. And I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines and Feminines are now going to be looking back into the past or the good times they shared with their partners about how grateful and loved they are by this other person. And Divine Feminine, even if you haven't heard from your Divine Masculine, they were good times. And if you can feel their energy, you can feel what they feel for you. So Divine Masculines, remember the good times. Count your blessings. Cherish the people that are in your life or that want to be in your life. You know, I always tell people that even if I didn't love somebody and they kind of love me back and they weren't like, they weren't like obviously chasing me or stalking me and being all abusive or whatever. But if they were nice people who kind of just cared for me a lot, even though if I didn't feel for them romantically, I would still acknowledge them and I would still respect them and I would still thank them for caring for me and loving me. Because, it is so hard to find people who accept us for the way we are. And sometimes we just have to be grateful for the fact that we even met somebody like that. Even if we got to spend just one day, 1 month, 1 year with that person, we need to be grateful. Now, we've also got pay attention to the red flags. Now, this could be a bad thing or a good thing. Pay attention to the red flags in a bad way could be that there are signs that are telling you that the situation that you're in is not the right thing and you are not following it. You're being warned. But at the same time, if it's positive, the universe is pushing you. It's sending signs to both Divine Masculines and Feminines that look, we are helping you right now. We're trying to guide you in the right way. We're telling you what is for your highest good. So please start paying attention to the signs that the universe sends us every single day. Because, honestly, I shuffled and they fell out. We have the rake and wedding, which both mean the same thing. Union. Wedding. Coming together. For some of you, there is still union on the card this week. Some of you I know my messages have been the same, but I shuffled them in front of you. I can't predict how they fall. I mean, all the other ones I have. This one I just decided to do off camera. But honestly, I shuffled their fall. This is what the universe wants us to know. That there is still a possibility of union. You have got to keep the faith. They have 2 cards telling us this. Alright, and then I picked one card from the Earth Oracle deck and it says Totemic Puma, Power Awakening. And I'm going to read this from the book. I've actually not read this one. Alright. I am Puma. I awaken within you the vigorous energy, fierce power, and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. My patience and strategy, my preparation and my precision, my fearlessness and decisiveness are now your own. Allow my sacred message to fill your soul and bring courage to your heart. You have come into your power. Look at that, guys. Both Divine Masculine and Feminine are coming into their own power, and the universe is saying that this can be yours if you want it. If you want union, if you want to be with this person, then have the courage, because I'm sending you courage. The signs here are telling me that the universe is sending you signs telling you this is the right time. You have the courage right now. You have the fearlessness. You have the strength because I'm sending that to you. You got this. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. Apply yourself fully to the task. Let go of the old ways of viewing yourself as incapable, scattered, or wasteful of energy. You have the ability to focus intently to generate clear intention and to achieve your ambitions through methodical steps and an applied will. You have the internal resources you need for successful completion, even if no one else recognizes your potential and believes in your future. In due course, they will understand differently. By then, you will have already been moving on to the next task. Trust your sense of timing, have patience, and know when it's time to leap and do it without hesitation. So, Divine Masculine, I'm speaking to you right now. If you feel that now is the time, if you feel that this is the time for you to reach out, then you need to. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to worry about what the future holds. You don't need to worry if what you're doing is the right thing, because it is. You're doing the right thing. If you feel this is the time, if you feel that you want to reach out, don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what other people are thinking and saying and how they'll mock you and how they'll think. Fuck that. Go with what works for you. You have the courage. You are the Puma. Alright guys, I wish you all the best. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys soon enough. Take care. Bye.